week we are going to be doing a review for an upcoming comic book. It's coming out next week, and I'm pretty excited about it because all the other Universal Monsters books have been so cool. We're going to be talking about The Mummy #1. This is by Faith Erin Hicks with Lilo Origin Colors. Of course, part of the Universal Monsters. Oh man, there's so many cool covers of this. So I'm very, very excited to get into it. But Jeff, before I give you a synopsis, what did you think of this book?
I really enjoyed it. I've read I've out of these Universal Monster books, I've read the Frankenstein, I've read the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I still have not read the Dracula one. But
Probably my
it's out in
favorite one.
trade now, so I might go get the trade at some
We
point.
have a review copy of the trade too. I'm gonna make you read it.
I'll read it.
Okay.
And then this one feels a little bit different than the two that I've read. Uh, in that the artwork feels a little bit more. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's not nearly as stylized.
Yeah,
It's stylized in a different way than from like what the Frankenstein stuff was. It's a little bit more cartoony,
feels like a lighter
uh,
tone, for
a
sure.
lighter tone. But it's still. I read the. I don't know if you got to the end where what's her name,
Faith
Hicks
Erin
wrote
Hicks
the
has
whole
a letter in the
right
back.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she kind of talks about how she really felt more in love with the romanticism of the Mummy. So I think
Mhm.
there's going to be a little bit more of that in there than there's going to be more of like a horror gothic romantic kind of feel vibes
Yeah.
to it than just the straight scary stuff. So once you get that in your head, I'm like, it's a great little beginning of a story. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Great. Let me give you a quick synopsis for anybody that's looking forward to this. Helen Grosvenor is a woman born to two worlds and belonging in neither. Forever haunted by a cursed encounter as a child, when unknown voices bring her back to an Egyptian dig site from her past, Helen will unknowingly play an unexpected role in the rise of a monster only known as the Mummy. Um, yeah, I really like the introduction of this character as this person who, she's of mixed descent, right? She's half British, half Egyptian, and living in Egypt, like she doesn't fully belong in either place, especially at this time. Well, like
Mhm.
what is it, like early 1900s or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
1920s.
yeah, there you go. So I love that idea. I like the conversations that because of her status, she doesn't really have a lot of friends either. So like the people she knows is like the kids of like the staff at her house. So there's always going to be some kind of barrier there. And then of course in the background you have like it almost feels like the Mummy is the secondary character, and this is
Yeah.
probably just for the setup, right? Because we don't really see a lot of that. We don't. It doesn't feel very supernatural. It just feels more like slice of life. Like this is that we're following this girl throughout her life, but it was pretty enjoyable. I like the and I really like the art too. Like it really fits with the tone of the story.
Hmm.
Um, I haven't read much by this author, but I think they worked on The Last of Us. There was like a comic one shot, and then Avatar, and like a bunch of stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. And then did she create? Oh, she created a Squirrel Girl, not the main Squirrel Girl, just like a different version of Squirrel Girl in an alternate Earth. But yeah, pretty cool. I really really enjoyed it, and for an artist to do like the whole thing on their own, that's always very difficult. But it helps like focus in the vision. And there's even more aspects I don't want to go into, like the stuff with the mirror and all that. Like I don't want to go into anything
Yeah.
because it might be spoilery. But you can see that they're playing with a lot of really fun stuff here.
Yeah, it definitely does feel like she is like it's based on this the main character, her, and then the Mummy. It's not secondary, but they're going to go careening. Her story is going to go careening straight into the Mummy story.
Yep. Yep.
Also, like, I mean, I know this story takes just for future reference. If you're in Egypt, just don't translate anything. I think
It's
that's the
true.
best way to not deal with a mummy. Just stop
Yeah.
reading stuff out loud.
Well, they didn't know back then.
I know, I know.
We
But
know
now
now.
we know. We should know
Now we
now. We
know.
should know better.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're still cracking open old sarcophaguses left and right out there somewhere. And I'm just like, you
Yeah.
guys, you've never seen a movie before? Come on.
If anything, what we should do now is go to like all those places and put the stuff back.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Let's try to close up some of these portals to hell. Let's
that's right. But yeah, very exciting. We were talking before the show. Neither of us have ever seen the original Mummy. I think the main Mummy in our minds is of course the most well known, the Tom Cruise remake. Um,
yes.
I was just kidding.
I love
No,
that.
of course the Brendan Fraser 1999 Mummy. Um, and you were talking about the romance part in that, so I definitely get that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would like to. I need to. I know. I feel like if Josh were here, he would be scolding us both for not watching the
I know.
original Mummy.
It's his
But I
fault.
would at someday like to get. It is his fault. To get all those classic Universal movies like on Blu-ray at some point, just so I
Yeah,
could have them at my so I could watch them. I'm sure
yeah. I think
they have some kind of steel jacket case or
Josh
something.
has the collection of all of them, or like the main ones, I guess, or the first ones. I don't know. I'm sure they made a bunch of them.
Yeah,
But yeah, I like it. I also really like the mummy design. It's not like gory or anything. It's just like, yeah, I guess that's
it's
kind
just
of
a
what a dead
classic
body,
Mummy.
a dry dead body would look like.
Yeah,
Um, there was one thing I think in our, because the PDF that we get sent splits up the, whenever it's a double spread page, like it splits it up. But I think there's one where you see the sarcophagus and then the dad's reading it like in that page of the reveal.
yeah,
So I can't wait to see what this looks like on the in the book. Just to see like how that is kind of spaced out and really get the full effect of the full page
right,
um
right, right.
on some of those things. But yeah, very exciting stuff. I really like it. Um, so recommend you pick this up coming up this week.